More happiness, less crappiness. Trucker Fest is actually born out of the Happy Trucker Show. It would be a good idea to rebrand it so everybody's not like, I don't have a truck, I can't go to this festival. We're coming up on about 10 years. It's Songs That Don't Suck. That grew into our first listening room because we've really expanded this year. Thursday night, we have a couple of heavy hitters, the most awarded fiddle players in the Midwest, if not the nation. The dogs that you see at like halftime shows and stuff are doing all the tricks like that. That's part of our lineup.
Someone described it as most fun, peaceful gathering of hippies and rednecks they've ever been to. Think Santana. Lots of bass slapping. Everyone is so happy.
Welcome to the Princeton Podcast, your go-to source for everything happening in and around Princeton. Join your hosts, Zach, Mary, and Kim, three locals who live and work right here in Princeton, as we bring you the latest events, exclusive interviews with local businesses, and stories that make our town special. Your community, your stories, your podcast.
All right, today we have Sean and Emma from Happy Productions. So excited
That's how
to
we
have
start?
you guys.
That's the go?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Let's go.
Well, all right. Yeah, that's us.
Hello.
Start your engines.
Yeah, so Happy Productions. Studios. What's that, huh?
Oh, geez. Oh, golly. Happy Productions Studios. There's a lot going on. Basically, at our root, we're a radio station. We're a media company. We're a marketing company. But we market through having fun. So happyproductions.live is the foundation. That's our radio station. If you love music, I mean, everybody's got the internet. Is that safe to say? Like, everybody's got the internet these days, right?
Yep.
And so you got it. And it's kind of interesting. We were kind of reminiscing not too long ago about how it wasn't that long ago where people are like, I'm not streaming the radio, and now it's just that's what you do.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you put it on. So if you go to happyproductions.live, that's going to explain it all. But so a radio station. Other studios include our production studio, our listening room, music venue, and so that's it. It's just like an all-encompassing, fun thing of happiness.
Your tagline is
more happiness, less crappiness.
exactly.
Oh, yes. I love that.
It's great.
So people are not going to be able to dial you in on the radio.
Not anymore. We started as a terrestrial FM radio years ago, but what was interesting, so the silver lining for us in the pandemic was people embrace technology that they're holding out against, right? Everybody's at home. So before that, everybody's like, I'm not streaming the radio. Well, what had happened is with your FM frequency, you can only go so far. And so our online presence started surpassing our listenership on the FM. So now our numbers just like skyrocketed. So then we just transitioned from FM. So we still operate what I guess our generation would call regular radio. With our top of the hours and our commercial breaks and so on and so forth. But there's just no FM, and people. I mean, we're to the point now where newer cars don't even have FM. It's all they're mobile hotspots that you're doing all your stuff with. So, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, but it's nice because I've told my kids who live in La Crosse about you guys because they are big music listeners, and so it's nice because otherwise they wouldn't be able to listen to you.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I can just have them tune in.
Even when we were in FM, a lot of our listeners, a lot of people that were coming to our listening room, they live in Minneapolis, they live in Duluth. They weren't able to tune us in on the FM.
Yeah.
The one guy was like, I have this one radio on top of my roof. But yeah.
Yeah, they would send us pictures of their rigs so they could get it up there because our programming is really unique. We're really proud of it. For people who love music, we are an arts-driven, community-focused commercial radio station, right? So if you love music, like there's no reason not to listen to it. And you're not going to like it all. Like nobody likes it all.
But you're going to find something you like for sure.
You just sit through it because the next song is going to be an absolute banger. But I will say one of the things that's kind of neat is even songs that you think you don't like, you hear it and you start thinking about, you know what, maybe I do like this. It's just that it's new. And generally speaking, we don't, anything different is kind of scary, right? So if you're used to songs and that familiarity. And so then if you listen long enough, these songs become familiar.
Yes, exactly.
If that makes sense.
It does. Last year at Trucker Fest, and I think you might have her again, May.
Oh, May Simpson.
May
Powerhouse,
Simpson.
funk
Oh, I
band.
loved her.
Was she incredible?
Yes, and so now I hear her on your, and I'm just like, oh, there she
Yeah,
is.
it's pretty
know
fun.
I
her.
saw
I've seen
her.
her.
Yeah.
So the
super
music
cool.
type is all variety.
Call it eclectic. It really is. It really across the board. We're in an exciting time because the amount of music that we have to pull from all the decades, right? Like we have it all. We play the earliest recordings of music. And then-
1926 song is in regular rotation.
No.
That's awesome.
Right?
It is. It's so cool.
Yeah, a little bit of fun education where we'll do things where we break down the song, where it come from. It's incredible how many songs we listen to today are just rooted in that early
Muddy
music,
Waters.
and you wouldn't even know it, And so that's really fun too.
Well, when we were there one time, you guys did a
Cover on cover.
yes,
I
was
loved
so
that.
cool.
I loved. You guys
Right?
got to do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do it every day at noon.
Oh, you do it every day.
Every day at noon we do. Yep, that's in our regular programming. So,
Cover on cover. I
So
love
explain
it.
what that is.
So Cover on Cover, Tuesday through Thursday, Sean and I do a radio show together called Afternoon Delight. It's from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. At 11 a.m., we start with local lowdown. We interview someone in the community. We'll get you guys back on there.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep, we do an interview with someone in the community in the surrounding area, and then we do music. And every day we have a theme. The theme yesterday, we had the Chamber of Commerce. So the theme yesterday, a song that has anything to do with Chamber of Commerce, shopping, local, business. And
I input or I submitted working 9 to 5.
right?
Plus
Yep.
$1 billion more.
So then at noon, we kick that off with Cover on Cover. And I take a song from that request list. We throw that theme out there. Our listeners give us requests. We get anywhere from 20 to 70 requests on a theme. And then I'll grab one of those songs or something that fits that theme and try to find maybe a song that's well known, and find an unusual cover or a song that's well known that you didn't know was a cover.
Exactly.
And then we dig in, and even if it's not an unusual song, just talking more about the artist who did it, who wrote it, how did it come about. Yesterday was the song Downtown, Petula Clark, and how that song was written, how it came to her, and then the amazing cover by Frank Sinatra.
Right. Yeah, and you maybe probably didn't know that was a cover.
Right? Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I guess you would. Yeah. I mean, it depends.
Yep. So there are a lot of songs, and two songs that were sampled. And if you guys ever have listened to classic rock, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, Eric Clapton, the majority of their music comes from 1920s, 30s, 40s blues artists. And so taking a well-known Led Zeppelin song and saying, oh, you like this song? Here's the original. And people are like,
Right.
what?
Oh, yep.
Led Zeppelin is one of the greatest cover bands.
Right.
True story.
Yeah, I mean, they have a couple original songs, but most of their songs come from classic blues artists in America. That's across the pond. These musicians were going bonkers over American blues artists. So,
So you'd say the majority of them are covers?
Of Led
I
Zeppelin.
would, yeah.
Led
Really?
Zeppelin,
Whether they admit
and
it or
Rolling
not.
Yeah.
Stones, that's what that's
Wow, that's so interesting.
It's so wild, and they were just doing it in homage. They were like, "This American blues music is so good," and people in America didn't really know
Right.
the
Exactly.
history. So they're cranking out these songs, and
The British invasion actually started in early American
Yeah,
roots
exactly.
music.
Uh-huh.
in Southern America,
I
Wow.
love listening to covers.
yeah,
I love it.
Same.
The other day I was walking in Memphis. Has kind of been one of my songs lately. And
Can you sing a little bit of that?
absolutely not.
Walking in Memphis. Is it Mark Cohen or something?
Well, I don't know who the original is.
Okay.
I think that's the most popular one, so he might be the original,
Yeah.
but there's so many
Yeah.
covers.
Right?
And so then I listen to all of them and I try to figure out which my favorite one is. And I think my favorite one is John Mayer. But it's
Oh.
not John Mayer. It's John like Maiar. Maybe I'm not even saying it right.
Right.
But his is the best, I think. But there's so many.
It's so cool.
What's interesting is when we're spending a lot of time on covers, which is really fun because we have a lot of fun with it. Is when somebody will cover a song and the original artist will change the way that they originally did it. The perfect example is Red Red Wine.
Yes.
It was actually a slow ballad. UB40 comes out, makes it a power hit.
Yeah.
And it gets changed the way that it's played from here on
Right.
out. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I always feel like a real famous cover is to Dolly Parton and then Whitney Houston.
Oh, right.
Yeah, huge hit.
The I Will Always Love
Yeah.
You. And then Dolly Parton heard Whitney Houston sing her song, and Dolly said, "That's Whitney's song now.
I
You
mean,
go, girl.
Yeah,
you
it's
go."
because she did. Oh, it was so
Yeah.
good.
I didn't know Dolly Parton was the original.
Oh yeah, and she does she kind of does more talking in it. I'd say I will always love you.
She wrote it for Porter
Wow,
Wagoner.
if that's not a soundbite, I've never heard one right there.
Yeah, there you go.
If you guys love music, fun facts. I'm gonna plug my show for a second. Every Saturday, Musical Hot Dish. It's from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. and that's all I do. I look at last week in music history. Who was born? Who released this? What were some weird fun facts that happened? Who wasn't allowed off the plane because their hair was too long in 1968? You know, and then just build the whole show from what happened last week in music history. And it's
Cool.
so fun. I get lost in it. I'm like, okay, Emma, you only can spend 8 hours researching this, because it's so fun. And we do that every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then there's a replay on Monday from 9 to 2. So
Okay, I got to back up the train here
Yeah,
because just so that all the listeners know here, Happy Production Studios is the two of you and your daughter.
correct.
So, and I also know that you have the listening room now, which we'll talk about. You're also on site for a lot of music festivals.
Yep.
And every Saturday you're doing
Yep.
a quite long show.
Yeah. Yep.
And during the week, every day you're doing
Yeah.
You're stressing me out. And then
radio
when-
during the day, and then live shows in our listening room at night.
Honestly.
And I run the bar. And
And then Wednesday's the Happy
yeah.
Trucker Show.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
that's
Wednesday's a
bringing in
Happy
the-
Trucker Show.
Yep.
So, I mean, I guess I want everybody to know that this is really incredible what you guys do for one.
Thank you. That's
And-
really nice to hear.
And secondly, the music it's on 24/7. So if
Yes.
you guys don't have a show, there's still music.
Okay,
playing.
Absolutely.
that was
Yeah.
my next question.
It's always there. And again, if you love music, this is your spot. And there's so many great bands out there, and they have more than the same song you've been hearing on some crappy rock station for the last 30 years. Like they have B-sides, they have so many albums out there, and we take a lot of pride in digging through that and bringing that as part of our playlist. Steely Dan, one of the amazing band. They have more than
Then Ricky, don't lose that number.
yeah,
What?
right, exactly.
Then Peg.
So so if you love music and enough familiarity where you're not getting exhausted, like don't know enough about this or whatever, it's really good. I think that'd be my biggest takeaway because about all the stuff we're going to talk about, we talk about all this on the radio too. So if you love music and you're interested in what we're doing, just go to happyproductions.live. Hit the play button. It's that easy.
That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Smash it.
That's it.
Happy Productions live.
Smash that button.
Happy Productions.live.
Yep, happyproductions.live. You'll
Yeah.
find it over there. You can stream directly from the website, or there's apps out there that we utilize as well, and all the information is right there on our
Smart
website.
speaker. You can have it on your ALA XA. I don't want to say it in case I trigger someone's smart speaker. Yeah.
Okay. Mhm.
I do that while we're
I
on
was
the
like,
radio sometime.
what? Oh, okay. I get it.
It's kind of early to be spelling
I was like,
that.
oh, no.
Sorry, Kim.
I had to think about
know.
that.
Just threw out a spelling bee
Yeah,
for
you did. I thought you were throwing out an acronym, and I was like,
There's some radio talk. It's pretty heavy. If you're in the know, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just not there.
Nope.
So
go ahead.
Trucker Fest.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday.
The happy,
happy-
okay, so here's
yeah.
the Happy Trucker Show. Been doing
Happy
this for
Trucker Show,
coming up on
okay.
about 10 years. It's songs that don't suck. I use that as to describe it because I don't want to get stuck into a box, right? Like
Okay.
if it's music, but the idea, I was really a truck driver. That's kind of how this all started. I was a truck driver. Radio was such a personal thing. Always has been. And there was a time where you'd be on the dial where you were on a certain time of the day because you would find the programming that you wanted, right?
Yeah.
And especially as people who spend a lot of time on the road, right? Like pre-internet. And so when I had the opportunity to create and produce a show, the Happy Trucker Show, that was it. I'm like, I want something that somebody doesn't have to change the station to. So it's songs that don't suck. It leans, for lack of a better term, in a broad stroke, Americana, your outlaw country, your boot stomping, Western swing, that kind of stuff like that. And it's every Wednesday night from 6 to 10. And what had happened is did the show for years, started having guests in studio. That grew into our first listening room because more and more people wanted to come and see it. And then we've just expanded from that. And that's why Trucker Fest is actually born out of the Happy Trucker Show. Now,
Okay.
would it be a good idea to rebrand it so everybody's not like, I don't have a truck, I can't go to this festival? It would be awesome, but it'd also be a lot of work and trying to figure out what we're going to call it and so on and so forth. So it's an established festival. I think we're coming up on our seventh year.
Okay.
Seventh year. So that's where Trucker Fest came from. It was born out of a 4-hour radio program.
Now, last year after Trucker Fest, you put out a poll about should we change the name?
Yes.
Should we? Yeah.
And
What
what was the
people
feedback?
said the largest percentage said like some of the options were yes, change the name, it's confusing. No, blah blah blah, and then the feedback was yeah, it's kind of a confusing name, but just keep it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
because you have
established.
to. That's the thing. Like we have to tell people. It's Trucker Fest, and they're like, "Oh, my uncle drives a semi," and I'm like, "That's cool,
Yeah.
but this is music, yeah, like it's
Right.
the Happy Trucker Show." So, if you don't mind taking 45 seconds of your day to briefly explain what it is,
It's a music festival.
It's
a music
killer
festival.
It is.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
It is so fun. Last year was my first year at Trucker Fest.
Yay.
It was just a blast. And now that I've been there, I feel like I can talk about it more. And, you have an understanding. So just for everybody listening and watching, there's a kind of 2 stages set up. The regular stage.
We're up to 4 this year.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
there was the late night stage.
Well, there's
in
the late
barn.
night stage,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I did not go to the late night
What?
stage.
Sorry,
I know.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Carry on.
No, but you're okay. So it's at the Mille County Fairgrounds, and there's the main stage, and then everybody's watching the band, and then it was just kind of fun to watch as a first timer,
Yeah.
like how this all works. And then everybody just stands up and turns their chairs around and
To a
sits
different
back
stage.
down.
Yeah.
And all they do is turn their chairs the other direction, sit back down, and there's a stage ready to go. It's really cool.
So we have we use the main stage, the band shell, and then if you're familiar with the Fairgrounds, is that called the Ag Building?
Directly across from it. Yeah, the building's
Yeah.
on the.
yeah.
And then our sponsor for years has been the Flower Box in
City.
Pine City, Michaela, and she decorates the stage with so many plants and fresh flowers. It's stunning.
It is.
And as you're watching the band shell stage, that Flower Box stage is directly behind you. So you literally just turn, boop, next band is playing. And we don't have 2 bands playing at the same time. We go to a lot of festivals and they do that. We don't like that. We want to see everything. So you have your main band shell, the Flower Box. And then late night, we go into the barn. We have a
And let's-
psychedelic light show.
Let's clarify. By late night, that's starting
Oh,
at
yeah.
like 10. Like we're always at the late
You
night.
didn't make it till 10.
Yeah.
Come
It's
on.
but we do start early.
She volunteered.
so-
I worked her hard at the gate.
Yes, that's right. At
Yeah.
the gate.
So you were there last year. So there is the 2 stages right there, and then there's the third party. But remember that they built that beautiful bingo pavilion.
Yes.
Well, that's where people are staying, right? The overnight parking section
Overnight parking.
over there,
Uh-huh. Yep.
down there. And so what we're doing this year is we're going to set up some earlier morning brunch music that's going to play down in that area.
So fun.
So here's let me give you the rundown because we've really expanded this
Yeah.
year. It's pretty cool. We've added a Thursday night. Thursday night we have a couple of heavy hitters coming in there, so people can come in. They can get there early. They can come hang out with that. That's gonna be the Pistol Whip and Party Penguins, and one of the most awarded fiddle players in the Midwest, if not the nation. His band Steam Machine will be there. So that's Thursday night.
Oh, fun.
Friday we wake up and we have some music over at the bingo thing, and then we just go onto our stages. Like Emma said, like we're so proud. We part of our jobs is going to other festivals and helping facilitate and whatever that is, whatever their needs are, whether it's emceeing or promoting this or that or whatever. And it breaks our heart when they have 3 stages all playing music at the same time. I don't think it's fair to the musicians. I don't think it's fair to the music lovers. So we're really, really proud that no bands play at the same time.
Yeah.
Right. And so we have a 10-minute turnaround. We got an amazing production company We do a 10-minute turnaround between the bands. And for the music itself, it's for people who love music, right? It is, like you said, we have a funk band, we have country bands, we have bluegrass bands. We got a little bit of everything with that. But the other thing is, like, we want to be entertained, right? Like you want to be, you go there, you want to have fun. And so we break up the day. This year we've included a magician as part of our lineup.
Really?
So the music will stop, and Don B will be there doing a bona fide magic show.
We met him at the Mille County
met him at the
Fair
Mille County Fair.
years ago. He's the guy on the unicycle, juggling Ringling Brothers, circus, clown.
Very cool.
And it's fun because he gets to do a little more of an adult kind. Not, it doesn't get like salty, but it's also not, And so we're super excited about that. And again, that's part of our, and that's in the afternoon, like late afternoon. So the music will be going all day. We'll stop. Magic show back into the.
Okay, that's awesome.
We're also bringing back. We have the Happy Dog Lodge dog agility show. So frisbee dogs, like the dogs that you see at like halftime shows and stuff, we're doing all the tricks like that. That's part of our lineup as well on Saturday. I think around noon. So
did you catch that last year?
I did not see that last year.
So
I can't remember now if I was there Friday or Saturday.
we might have been working you hard too.
Well, Friday I think is when I volunteered maybe, and then but. Another thing that's really interesting, because I've really not been to a music festival, so it was just kind of fun.
Happy to be here first.
Yeah, totally. And we did the morning shift for the the earlier shift for the gate, and so we just kind of got to watch everything and take it all in. First of all, your volunteers are on point. I mean, it's just like people know what they're doing and it's just running. And then secondly, it was just kind of fun to see like. Everybody walking around, like you can tell they just got out of their campers. They're walking around with their coffee, they're in their robes, and just wandering around. And it's just a super fun environment.
And isn't everyone is so happy.
So nice.
And everyone is happy to be there.
100%.
We've never had drama. We've never had, it's always been just the chillest crowd. Someone described
You don't need
it.
police
No,
presence.
someone described it as like the most fun, peaceful gathering of hippies and rednecks they've ever been to.
That is a great description.
and it is.
just-
The people that attend are just as diverse as
Yes.
our playlist and our music, which is awesome. It's really, and everybody's there to have a good time.
Yeah, it's a really fun weekend. So when is it?
Yeah. I want to get this like locked into my calendar.
It's always the second weekend in October. Always, consistently the second weekend in October. So you can go into your little Google Calendar right now.
So 9th, 10th, and 11th.
No, you got it. Wow, you didn't even look at anything.
I
You have kids.
was just looking at my volleyball schedule. And we have a tournament that Friday night and Saturday. But
That's the tricky thing. And for some people, it's homecoming.
it is in Princeton.
Yeah.
Is it?
October
Yeah.
10th is homecoming this
I
year.
know. So Sean and I have 3 kids. They're all in their 20s now, but there was a time in our life where every day was track, cross country, baseball, softball, wrestling. All 3 of our kids. There's a play. There's a saxophone recital. All 3 of our kids were in events. That's all you do.
Yeah, it is all you do.
That's all you do. And then in the summer, trying to find a time when we could even go to Michigan and visit family. It was like, well, you have track, you have baseball, now you have practice, now you have this, now you have this camp. So we just committed to this.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to wait.
Oh,
Well, I think it's really what's nice is that when the sun goes down, you throw on a Happy Production sweatshirt, and
And
it's
a
nice
hoodie
and
on,
cool.
and-
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's really it's nice, and I've heard it's going to be a beautiful weekend weather-wise.
Oh,
so
perfect.
I'm
Good,
gonna
good
put that out
news.
on the
Good
radio.
news.
Yeah.
Kim says we'll hold you to that.
well, Kim
Yeah.
orders the weather, so
Yeah.
Love that.
You gotta
working
put it
on
out
the
in the
wind,
You got to
though.
put it out in the
Thanks, Kim.
universe.
The other nice thing is for people that are busy, and it's so close, right? So we do have one-day tickets available.
Yep.
So if you can pop in for a little while, our ticket prices are incredibly affordable. They're reasonable. It makes sense. Again, we travel the Midwest doing these other festivals, and sometimes we're just gobsmacked at how much it can be it's like a huge investment. So
$300 weekend festival tickets is the norm.
Really?
That's not our price.
and that doesn't
Right.
and that doesn't
That's
include
the
camping.
norm. Oh, camping
Oh,
is
yeah.
500.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
For a lot of the
Wow.
festivals, and these are the kind of the nice festivals. I've sent my daughter to a couple of festivals where tickets for 3 days are $1,000 easy. So
Wow.
yeah.
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is not
so
that.
we're
No.
at $124, $124.99, 3 days of music.
17 bands.
Yeah.
17 high quality bands.
Wow.
So, and then we will do day tickets. We're working on different options for people, night tickets. We're trying to be. We first have to make sure we don't sell out of our weekend passes, but then we'll
Right.
bring
Yeah,
in
'cause
some
if you guys
options.
did like a nighttime
Right.
special on that Friday, you could get a big crowd probably from come after the game.
Sure. And with our Saturday night headliner, so we invest pretty heavily in a national to come in to headline. And again, I would put them up against everybody else. But when it comes from a business perspective, right, you need that marketing, you need that name recognition, right?
Yep.
And so this year we got Reverend Horton Heat coming, and so I don't know if you're not familiar, but this has been a dream. I've been going.
Say that again?
Reverend Horton Heat.
Okay.
He has been. I've tried to book him for at least 6 years, I think. So this year the stars aligned with the Nationals. It's kind of interesting and kind of fun when you're trying to book. You don't just hire a band. Like they have a routing. So if he's coming from Texas, they're coming through on a tour. So everything's got to work out. So you can't just be like, hey, fly in and play our festival kind of thing.
Right.
So this year everything worked out. So for like the 1 day tickets, he's got a huge following. Okay. So a lot of people will just come up for that Saturday. It's it's gonna be huge. It's gonna be awesome. He's just it's a fun lineup.
He sells out First Avenue every time. First time I saw him live was in 1990.
What kind of music?
Rockabilly.
Psychobilly.
fun.
He's like the
psychobilly.
next step after rockabilly. So
Okay.
rockabilly, he'll listen to traditional rockabilly, but a little more edgy sometimes.
Fun.
And he's old, and I was like, I don't know. So I went down and I mean the guy's legend status. So if you give him a look see, and I almost guarantee that you're gonna know a song that you didn't even know was his.
Okay.
Or you've heard it or be familiar with it. And so I think it was last year I went down to see him, and I think it was at First Avenue. It was sold out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy still got it. I mean, like standing on the upright bass, like it's going to be something to see, and it's a dream come true. And
Fun.
It's going to be really fun, yeah. And so we're going to lean a little more. We have 2 other rockabilly bands this year.
Okay, hold on. What is rockabilly?
The precursor to rock and roll. Think of
Like before Elvis?
Happy Days.
I'm
kind
thinking
music,
of like
but a little more.
I mean,
Carl
Buddy
Perkins.
Holly a little
Yeah.
bit.
Early Johnny Cash.
Rockabilly. I've never heard that.
Oh, this is exciting and fun. It's
Yeah.
gonna be one of your new favorite genres. You're gonna be like, what the heck is this?
Oh,
Yeah.
as soon as we're done, I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
Lots of bass slapping, but early rock and roll.
Yeah. It was the first use of like the electric guitar in a upright bass.
Okay.
Usually 3 pieces, 4 pieces, pretty stripped down. It's your toe tap. It's your 50s and 60s, but not the pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
If
kind
that-
of
if that makes
50s and 60s punk a
It
little bit.
Really,
Yeah.
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 Punk for the
The
50s.
punk rockers of the 50s.
Yeah.
So we have the rockabilly, rock and roll, right? It's just another way of saying rock and roll, but
Okay.
And you know all the style is the guys with the dark wash jeans and the cigarette rolled up,
Yeah.
the white
Okay.
t-shirt,
Yep.
the girls with the Betty Page hairdo and the red like kerchief in their hair and
Yes.
Oh, I can totally picture that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You have to do some Googling. I guarantee if you love music at all, you're going to like it. And then other things that other bands, if I may, across the board. The White Iron Band is a regional outlaw country band. They've been a staple. They formed up in Ely, gosh, back in the early 90s and when they were kids. And so over the years, they've become just a huge staple. They open up the doors for so many people. Well, they play 2 shows a year back in Minnesota, and one is at Trucker Fest, and then there's another one down in southern Minnesota.
Sweet.
So we're really proud to have those guys come back. Papa Bear Norton is everywhere at this point. They're like a comedic country duo. Pretty fun stuff.
They were there last year.
They were there last year. Yeah. And then I just want to interlude here. I have no problem bringing back the same bands. Like, it's been a year between now and
Yep.
then, and these folks
Yeah.
are great, and they're fun to work with, and they know what to expect. We know what to expect. So the hierarchy of you played here this year, you can't play here again for like 3 years. Like,
I'd be bummed about that because if you
Right?
discover somebody and then you're
Yeah,
like,
that's the thing.
you know,
I get to go see 'em once a year.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. We talked about Mae Simpson earlier. She's a 7-piece, like funk, positive
She's
energy,
so fun.
high energy. So we
Is
got a
she a
little.
Loved
Minnesotan?
her.
What's that?
Is she a Minnesotan?
She is Minnesotan.
Okay.
Minnesotan. Minnesotan. Yeah, so lots of horns, horn heavy. Pistol Whip and Party Penguins. It's your Americana bluegrass. Delwood is going to be returning. They're a young duo that's doing some Americana
And
music.
one of the duos is.
It's our daughter, Jara.
Yeah,
they're
she's-
so good too.
But
They're
they're
so
actually good.
They're very good. They're very good.
They are.
Yes.
They are. When other people telling us, like, these guys are great.
Yes.
We want to see them. And we're like, well, of course we do. But
Yes,
yeah.
they are very good.
Joanne Parker is just she's a blues powerhouse. So I feel like your blues, again, some horns in there. She's returning again this year. Doug Otto and the Getaways, they're kind of your country. Star Chiefs and the Holy Rockarollas, these are the premier rockabilly bands. You rock and roll, you're going to love them. Like the Holy Rockarollas, that's your Buddy Holly kind of style music, right? So it's awesome. In fact,
Husband, wife team.
yeah, they're in fact when the day the music died down in Clearwater, Iowa.
Yeah.
They're the go-to band for all the things that they do down there. So they're down there playing, they're doing all that stuff. We got the Gentlemen's Anti-Temperance League. So this was your pre-prohibition era jazz and swing music.
It
Oh,
makes you feel like you're
fun.
in a fancy French cafe. In fact, they sing a lot of their songs in French, or they have little interludes. They're I don't even know the word for it. They're just these dudes that are so talented, and there's a word.
Are you going to be serving croissants?
That's what
That's
I
a
feel like we
great
should be
idea.
doing.
An
Wow.
espresso?
Great idea.
Espresso martinis. Yeah.
Oh, yes. There you
A
go.
lot of the Django Reinhardt kind of style
it's
era
amazing.
swing jazz, like that kind of stuff like that. So that's gonna be part of our lineup as well. So again, if you love music, like you're gonna love it. The level of talent here, and then as we move into what we call the late night stage, which again is at 10 o'clock, right? And the reason we do this is just because of the neighbors and
Yep.
Yeah.
like we just want to be courteous, right?
Yes.
Like we don't want to come in, and so by bringing them down into. Is it the pavilion, the goat barn?
The Goat Barn.
I
I don't
call
think
it-
it's actually the
It's
Goat Barn.
not.
but-
There, at one time, there was a little cutout of a goat on the barn. It's not there anymore.
So
But,
that's how it got named the Goat Barn.
But here's the thing
We'll just call it the barn.
unless you're
in the barn.
Unless you're in the industry, you don't even realize that for some reason they insulated this building. And usually, doing music inside of a metal building is awful.
Yeah.
They have it insulated. It is one of the best sounding rooms I've ever.
Is this the
put a band
barn
in.
that
What-
they?
yeah, which barn are
is
we
this the
talking?
one that they do the shows in?
Yes.
Yeah, the big
Yeah.
the dirt
The
floor.
4-H
Oh,
shows.
okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's what I
Yep.
was
So we
thinking.
water down the dirt so it's not so dusty, and then we haul in a trailer for another stage, and that's where we do our last stuff. And that's where Javier Trio and Caballo Cosmic was coming. This is a Latin influenced jam band, world beat style, just like dance your butt off.
Think Santana.
Oh,
So
fun.
think like early Santana vibes. Think Santana at Woodstock.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, real percussion heavy, real jammy, real fun, real dreamy and exciting all at the same time. So that's going to be happening in the late night stage.
And we have a mini bar down in there too.
Oh,
So we
okay.
still have a bar. You can get drinks,
You don't have to
alcohol
go back
and
out to
non-alcohol.
the.
No,
Okay.
no.
No, we're really proud of this event, and we've always been festival kids. So we kind of took the best of everything that we've learned along the way, and then we still partner with these other festivals. Like we want people to be able to enjoy music, and it's been proven again and again and again. Arts drives commerce. It just does, and no matter where you stand on it. And I think that having people come in and experience music in towns is such an important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody would not want to go to
It's
this.
so fun. It's
We
so
don't
fun. And then you can get drinks there. There's vendors
Yep. Food
selling
trucks.
stuff and food trucks.
Yep.
And it's a really fun environment.
You can go in, and I mean, you can almost go in with nothing but a wallet and maybe a bedroll.
Yeah.
Right.
But everything is there.
Yes.
And we really work hard too at not pricing people out. Like, I'm well aware, once you get in those gates, we have you.
Right.
I mean, we could be rude and charge whatever we wanted
Yeah.
for drink. And then we've been to festivals like that. I think a bottle of water is $1.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
we don't inflate our
It's
pricing.
not $6 for
Exactly
Yeah.
that, right? Or, you know,
For a little bottle of
$14
water.
for a can of beer.
Yeah.
I've paid that before
Yep.
at the Target Center, right?
insane.
Right?
Yeah.
But you do.
Yeah,
No,
we
it's-
don't do any of that. I think across the board, our drinks were $8 or $9. I
Yeah.
had to do a little budgeting. Maybe it was 9.
But there's also premier
Yeah.
craft cocktails.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the other thing too. It's not just a year rail, whatever. It's some pretty fun drinks. We across the board. Emma does an amazing job putting that all together.
Thanks, Sean.
You're welcome. It's fun. It's affordable, and then we also don't lock people in. So we did. Speaking of the commerce, we did have people that would leave in the morning, come into town, grab breakfast, grab
Oh,
lunch,
yeah.
do a little bit of exploring, and come back, which is something that we encourage. Like I know that nobody wants to miss out on anything, but it's a weekend. And
Yep.
so go explore Princeton.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Heck yeah.
So how do people get tickets?
HappyProductions.live.
And they're right now? You can get tickets right now?
Right now, we put them out there. So I'm sure that you've seen it. You're on the socials where people kind of play the game, and they kind of tease you with like the announcement is coming, and then the tickets are going on
Yes.
sale are coming, and then you better get your tickets now because they're going to go up, and so on and so forth, and
Yep.
stuff like that. We wanted to just kind of embrace making it easy and accessible for everybody, and just it's more important for us that people come and understand what we're trying to accomplish, and again have a really, really good time. And so it's just right there, happyproductions.live. We worked on our lineup, we put it out there, and now we're doing stuff like this. So thanks for the opportunity to come in and talk about it.
One more thing before we take a quick break. Is this a kids and that kind of event, or how do we want to talk about
Here's
that?
what I say to this: like, kids are welcome, but it's not a kid event.
Right,
Like we're
okay.
not doing stuff it's not a family fun event. It's really
You're not gonna find
really not.
bouncy houses
and,
and- yeah,
not to sound like the old curmudgeon, but if I'm there to see a band, I don't want a screaming kid next to me.
Yep.
And so we have young kids that come, and it's awesome. They're wearing T-shirts for the bands. They're there. They're meeting people that they've been listening to with their parents. But it's not. We're not doing. If we do a cake walk, it's going to be for cake with booze in it.
Yeah. Well, and I think last year you said you're going to hear swear words.
Yeah.
You will.
There's
Yeah.
language. And,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it is meant for adults.
Yeah. So kids are welcome. It's not a 21 and older. The youth is obviously our future. So having that 18 16 to 21 group there, being
Yep.
able to experience it, super important
Yep.
for us as well. But we're not bringing in the little fun stuff. Like the magician is there to entertain me, and I'm a grown ass dude.
Right.
If you have a kid that loves music, awesome. But if you love music and you just don't want to get a babysitter for your kids, we're not.
Yeah.
That's not it. Yeah.
No strollers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's used for other things.
Like dogs and coolers.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so let's take a quick break for our sponsor, and then we'll be right back.
Okay.
Twice New Clothing and Treasures, formerly known as the Princeton Clothing Center, is an all-volunteer nonprofit organization. The store has been in the community since 1953 and uses the proceeds from its sales of donated merchandise to support various causes and nonprofits in the community. Each year, Twice New puts thousands and thousands of dollars back into the community. What can you find at Twice New Clothing and Treasures? Almost anything. They often receive new clothing items with tags. In addition to clothing, you can find sheets, blankets, books, cooking items, knickknacks, purses, toys, and much more. And don't forget to walk across the hall to check out Twice New, too. This is an expanded area with lots of great finds. Twice New Clothing and Treasures operates off your purchases. The more you purchase, the more they're able to support the community, and they're always looking for volunteers. Check out Twice New Clothing and Treasures, located in the Princeton Mall at 116 South Rum River Drive. They're open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come find your treasure at Twice New Clothing and Treasures.
Great
Yeah,
so
shoes.
I wanted
And
to,
we're back.
And we're back. But I wanted to thank you guys for being at the world's largest rubber duck. That was you just made it so festive and fun by being
Yay.
there. And I loved all your announcements about the interesting, how did you put it? creative parking that people were doing.
What a feather in my hat when the cop would come and be like, "We need this car moved," and they would hear me and go running. It was pretty funny.
It was
need
really
a guy
fun.
with a big mouth.
But just to touch on that again, I think people underestimate the power of having music at an event, right? It just kind of it gives it just makes everything feel a little bit better, right? And one of my favorite, so I'll do a lot of car shows, I'll do a lot of events like this. So I'll do emceeing and DJing and stuff like that. No weddings, I'm not that guy. I'm for events, right? And I'll do a lot of car shows, and what will happen is a lot of people come and like they want their requests or they get crabby because I'm not playing like doo-wop music or whatever, and I'm like, I'm not here to entertain you, I'm here to entertain the people. So the judge, and Emma has seen it too, and it's really fun when we're playing music and people will walk by and they're singing or dancing and spinning and all that kind of stuff like that. So thanks for the opportunity. We had a really good time there. You all did a great job.
Thank you. It was a lot of
It
fun.
was fun to be a part of, for sure.
You guys had to Friday you had to bug out a little early to go to another event that you were doing.
Yes.
And it was so noticeable. We were just like,
Where'd they go?
oh, the music's gone. You know,
The
it was
music
just
died.
yeah. It was. So you're right. I mean, it really makes the whole event just more
I think
festive.
it adds value to your sponsors as well. Like a lot of the small businesses that are coming together and helping make this possible, like they're investing their marketing dollars in there.
That's
and it's
right.
great that they're seeing the logos, but to have somebody who is audibly being like, hey, thanks, Mars, come get some popcorn, right?
Yes.
Like that kind of stuff like that. Like, thank you.
Or
for
you were
eating-
like Marv's, where you can get I bet they can get you a big bag of tube sand. I heard that several times.
And for vendors, I will say the closer you are to the MC, the more shout outs you get because you're just right there.
Yes,
so,
you can see everything
keep
they're
that in
doing.
mind. Yeah, so you want lots of shout outs.
Yeah.
Be nice to the MC and set up next to him.
Yep,
or
it was
her.
fun.
Yeah.
And you got to kind of hear all the behind the scenes too, being next to our tent with, people wanting a grassy area in the parking lot and, things like that. I'm
You don't
looking
have
around.
a grass
We
parking
do
lot?
not have
Wow,
grass in
weird.
this
You know,
area.
We could do a whole podcast on event etiquette.
Yeah.
I'll get crotchety
Yeah.
all day long, and I'll call people out too. I'm just like, you are not the only person here, sir.
Right.
A grass spot.
A grassy area, and are
In the
all
parking
these
lot.
are all these tents taken?
No.
Yes, they're all taken.
It'll
They're-
always happen. Hey, where's my table? Did you not read? And the thing is, it's like event planners, like you are really good at it. Like you will send out a what to expect, what to bring, frequently asked questions, and then people will show up and they're like, or even though you just sent them the email, they'll shoot you a text and be like, you can edit all this out, by the way.
I love it.
And they'll be like, what time do I show up? Where do
Yeah.
I load in?
Yep.
It'll happen with bands a lot too. We do a lot of booking,
Yep.
and we do a production sheet. That's what that's what we call it, like a load-in day of what to expect. Here's where you everything that I think that they need to know.
Yes.
And if they hit me back up and they're like, "Hey, what time do we play at?" Da da da. I just resend the email. I don't even respond.
I totally get that. Zach and I work on some big events too, and the questions that we get
Yep.
is
Right?
Per my previous email.
Yeah,
So
or
I'll-
like everywhere that you look on our website, on our Facebook page, everywhere,
It's all
everything.
there. Yep.
It's all
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's a chamber thing too,
It's
big
just
time. It's
like-
like, let me Google that, which
Yeah.
you could have done.
Yes, it's people that just want an answer. They don't want to look.
Yeah.
They want to call somebody to get an
Yeah.
answer.
Yep.
And Emma, I know
Hey, their
you are
time is
like,
precious.
you are extra organized.
Yeah.
You are majorly organized. I love it.
Thank you.
You're like binder and
Oh yeah.
you got the
highlighters,
accordion.
color coded. Yeah.
It's the best.
You know,
yeah.
we
Otherwise, I won't be able to sleep the 2.5 hours that I do a night.
Yeah, exactly. How would you sleep?
We just recently changed to a shared calendar, and so we're still trying to figure out because everybody has their own systems, right?
Yep.
And so now we're trying to like morph our systems because all of our brains work in different ways between the three of us, and so trying to find the one thing that works for all of us
Yep.
and going through the steps, and it's pretty fun. It's been a little bit of a game changer. We're still a learning
Sean
curve.
had his calendar set to Eastern time.
I did.
So I
So I was.
Oh, no.
But I didn't know. It was
that is
it was like
hilarious.
a backwood or like a backdoor setting. So I wouldn't know. So if I put 8 o'clock, it said 8 o'clock on mine, but then it said 7 o'clock on hers.
Right. So you relate to everything.
Not me.
You were early.
I
She
was
was early.
like, wait a second, we can't.
Oh, because of her, because it went on her.
Because
Sean's
go on
like,
her
it's
calendar.
right on my calendar. And I'm like, hang on. And I figured it out. And then Sean's like, what? And I'm like, just give me your computer for
Yeah.
15 minutes. I physically went in and changed.
East.
Sean.
Okay, honestly, I am
That is what I need to do. I should set my calendar to Eastern time.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm always late.
I was a paper calendar, like the big planner, because I can write in pencil and then I can change stuff. And then once it's in pen, that means it's permanent.
Yep.
I do both.
But that's hard to
I do
share with
both.
everybody.
Right.
Because I just have to be able to see too on my desk, like what's coming up,
Yes.
and I don't know.
Yep.
It's my
Visually.
thing. So I would like to talk about your listening room to kind of wrap things up, because that's new. I mean, newer, I guess, because
Yeah.
it was sort of going, but now it's
Okay, but what is a listening room?
okay.
A listening room is where somebody comes to enjoy music. You're there for the music. If you want to go and hang out with your friends and connect with old high school buddies at the bar or at a concert, this is not the place to do it. This is the place where you come and you sit down, and we're really proud of ours because, lack of a better term, a little bit classy. Tape, linens, candles, like it's an experience.
Okay.
And think about a concert in a theater setting, right? So you come in, you get your seat, you sit down, you listen to the music. Most of our show is the listening room presentations, and we do a lot of events in the listening room. But the live music events, they operate like a 250-ish minute sets with an intermission. And so you just get your ticket, you come in, you sit down, you get to meet the artist, and you're one of 46 people that get to see these artists play in a way that they need to. And the flip side of that, so that's great for the music lover, right? Like you go to a concert, who hasn't been to a concert, and the drunk dude next to you won't shut up.
Uh-huh.
You're like, this is my jam. Like, shut, like none of that. Like just shut it down. This isn't the place. And we're very clear about it. Like our patrons understand they understand what they're coming in for, right? And so I was going to say something.
I was going to say that it's a very intimate. So,
Yes.
like, if you are there talking with your buddies, everybody's going to know you're doing that.
Yeah.
And
including the artist.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's
The other thing is, so I'll introduce, come out and welcome. Like having an MC at an event is so important. I tell people this all the time. Even if you're having a show at like a winery or a brewery, or if you're like, come out and welcome people, thank them for being there, let them know. If people know what to expect, they're a little more comfortable, especially if they're
Right.
coming for the first time. It's also an opportunity for me to thank the sponsors, let them know, any specials going on at the bar, upcoming things. But the flip side of that is for these musicians, a lot of these musicians, believe it or not every gig is a great gig, right?
Yep.
So we have some of the most talented musicians in the region coming through, and they're playing bars where it's the flip side. Nobody gives a crap. They're they just want they're playing killer songs that they wrote. And somebody's just like, play Brown Eyed Girl, right?
Yeah.
For like the millionth time, right? And so the flip side is it's really fun to see the artists have an opportunity to just really shine, really connect with the listeners.
Yep.
So that's what the listening room is. It's like a theater style concert, if that makes sense.
How often does this happen?
So we spent the last 3 years building this room. So our previous room, pre-pandemic, we'd been doing shows for 3-4 years, something like that. The music industry really felt the pandemic long before everybody else, and then long after. Like when they closed down Bonnaroo, the music festival, it sent this ripple effect that just like, and then coming back out of the pandemic, and I know we're on the other side of it, and I don't mean to reference that, but it's such a huge part of our story. Because on the other side of it, now people have changed how they do things, how they buy tickets, how they go to shows and all stuff like that. So adjusting to that has been interesting. People don't commit like they used to. People are waiting to see what the weather's like. They're going to see what they're going to do. So,
For sure.
And I will say from the venue portion or view, that's really difficult because pre-sale tickets help you pay for some of the upfront costs. So a lot of artists, they require a deposit. And so that's why I'd say, I'll say all the time, if there's an event that you want to go to, whether it's at our listening room or anywhere else, if there's a show that you want to go to, just get the ticket. Just commit, get the ticket. And so that's what I'd say. So the shows, as we're booking, we're figuring it out. We used to do one show per week, but this is opened up so we can do
In
Thursdays,
the fall, we used to
Fridays.
just do our shows in the winter. And now we're at our new location. We're right downtown Cambridge. people are asking us, when are your shows? When are these shows? And we're like, oh my gosh, are we going to do shows in the summer? It was hard before when we were doing our shows in Bram. We were in this little dark garage, basically. And how are we going to compete with the outside? Well, our spot in Cambridge, huge windows. It's gorgeous. We're right downtown. You can pop in, pop out. You're still doing things. You're still able to go and eat or whatever. So we're adjusting. You can go on our website, happyproductions.live. You'll find our shows, find our tickets. Right now it's sporadic. So we had a show last night. We're going to do music bingo this weekend, but then we're off to do county fairs or other festivals, and then we'll be back. Our plan for when we do our regular season, starting after Trucker Fest, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Man, who doesn't love a matinee show? A Sunday afternoon show.
So are these on Are these on the radio?
Happy Productions
not the radio,
live.
but the
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
all live. You can listen to it from anywhere.
Nope,
No,
not
not
all the
the
performances.
listening,
We'll do
yeah.
special ones that put out across the air.
Got it. Okay.
And then the other thing to remember is that it's such limited seating. And it'll happen on every show where somebody's like, hey, I didn't get my ticket, but I wanted to come. And we used to be super nice and try to accommodate, but that's not fair to the people that got their tickets.
Yeah.
And so now we're cramming in a chair where there shouldn't be a chair.
Right.
And so, again, it comes back to that. So not every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but maybe the list of artists that are trying to get into the room is pretty staggering.
If we can do it,
But
if
it's
we
also
can do
what-
it, we'll do it.
That's
darn
amazing.
It.
But it also comes down to what the market will support too, right? Like we don't want to book a band and then people are just exhausted because they've
Yep.
already been here last weekend, the weekend before, this and that, and it can get to be expensive. Our ticket price ballpark this is kind of fun and almost embarrassing to admit, but we're like in that $15 to $20 per
Wow.
ticket. And we've been
Free parking.
And free parking.
and
Yeah,
free-
you don't have to
free-
drive to the cities. Free
right.
parking. At most, you'll park 2 blocks away.
Right.
Our other niche is we can do what they call like a one-off. So you get these big touring bands that are coming through and they're playing the cities, right? Well, if they're already in town
Right.
and they've sold out First Avenue, I can say, look, do you want to come here on Monday on your way out of town?
Right.
And then if we can offer lodging and hospitality, that's saving them a bunch of money, and then if
Right.
they get some gas money out of town. So we've had Grammy Award winning artists that have come through, and we book it as
Really?
like a private event.
That's
and so
sweet.
you're one of 40 people, and you don't have to drive to the city. You don't have to, you're all right there. And so that's why I encourage people just the socials. If you're not on the social medias, God bless you. But for us, it's an amazing tool and
Yeah.
a great
Yep.
way to stay to stay up to date when we announce our shows. So following Happy Productions on Facebook,
Okay.
on Instagram, the Happy Trucker Show, same. And then, of course, happyproductions.live. And if you're listening, you're just going to see it. And so we announce shows are going to go out.
We also have an email list. Oh, were you just going to say that? Yes.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
We share a brain sometimes.
Yeah.
Signing up for our email list, that's kind of when we have an announcement, it goes out. We don't spam people. It's just like, hey,
Yeah,
show
time.
announcement, here's a ticket link, and you get the opportunity to buy tickets. And some shows are sold out before we even announce them.
So
That's awesome.
assuming we can join your list by
Yep.
visiting the
Happy
website.
Productions.
What is the website?
Happyproductions.live.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's great.
yes.
You'll go there, and at the top of the website, I think the button says contact. Click on that, enter your email.
Join
Boom,
our-
Yeah.
You're in. Yep.
That's it. And we just send out.
And we don't have time to spam, so don't worry
who
about
does?
that.
I mean, people do apparently, but not us.
No bots. Wait.
No.
We no bots. So
Yeah.
so again, just to recap it all, we're really proud of where we are and what we're doing, and really excited to share it with not only our area but the world. The amount of listeners we have across the world is sometimes humbling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. Happyproductions.live. So we are radio. You can just say it. We're radio. I used to be like, we're internet radio, or we use we're just a radio station. We're at
Right.
the top of the hours. We're a commercial radio station. So you're going to hear commercials from people around here. Sorry, I keep bunking
all right.
everything. You're gonna hear ads and commercials from people that we know, businesses that are out there. Again, and if you're a business out there listening, give me a call because our listeners are incredibly loyal. They understand the value of that. And then we have our listening room, again, happyproductions.live. It is available for rental if we have time out there. So if you're looking for an intimate venue, we've had some pretty fun people come through and do that.
Very cool.
And then Trucker Fest. Go get your tickets. Trucker Fest Music Festival, happyproductions.live. We would stack this lineup against, and again, we do a lot of festivals professionally and personally, and we would stack our festival up against any other festival you've ever been to. It's not overwhelming. We call it a festival, but we're hovering probably just under 2,000 people. Well, the last festival we were at was over 5,000, so that can be overwhelming for people.
Yeah.
There's enough space that you get your own space. You're not crammed in. You don't have to worry about getting stampeded or anything like that.
Right,
It's
no.
really rolling easy. It's really a good time. If you've never been to a festival, it's going to be a great experience. And if you just love music, you want to come check it out.
It's fun.
Every band is good. Like some festivals will do like a throwaway band just to fill a spot, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like, hey, I'm in a band and I'll play for free. And they're like, good, you're in the 3:00 spot.
Yeah.
We don't do any of that. Like every one of these bands could be anywhere in the lineup and equally as good. So we're really, really proud of it. I want to thank the Mille Lacs County Fair and the Egg Society for helping us. Without them, it wouldn't even exist. We found a home here in Princeton, and I don't think I'd change it for anything.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And the overnight parking, is there a fee for that?
There's an additional fee. I think it's $50 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eh,
And you can buy that ticket right on.
Yeah,
Happy
it's all right
Productions.
there. And
Okay.
again,
Okay.
I say it, and I'm still stuck in like the old days where I'm like, oh, for sure. But that's cheaper than one night at a county park.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's all, there's no hookups.
Yep.
There's no hookups, so it's
Because it's parking.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But there is an indoor bathroom, which is
Yes, there is.
huge.
There's an indoor bathroom.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
huge for a festival.
Yep.
The festivals we go to, it's porta potties.
Right.
And best case scenario, the best one, or you find one that's not been in the sun.
Oh,
Yes.
gosh.
Ew.
Or heaven forbid,
Yes.
Disgusting.
Heaven forbid,
Yes.
what do they call them? The pit toilet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Please get that look when she said that.
Yeah.
I know, right?
So gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a great way to end the podcast.
Yeah.
Hit toilet.
It's the pits.
I hope you guys can come out.
Flies are free.
Happyproductions.live. My one ask is if you're doing anything, take time on your day and just go to our website and look around, give it a listen. Maybe we're not for you. That's fine. We can accept that. But I ask that you just go there, look around our website, and take a listen, look at some of our upcoming events. And then it costs $0 to find Happy Productions on the social medias.
Right.
$0.
Yeah, give us a like. Smash that like
Smash
button.
it. Smash that button.
We just recently reached over 10,000.
Sweet.
So I know. Yeah, as the social media girl, I'm like, oh,
That's
it's such
awesome.
Let's
such
grow
a
that.
milestone, right?
Grow that more.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
love it.
And that's our main flagship, and then our shows have their own pages too, which are our reach. I think we're reaching across all of our
gosh.
platforms a little under 30,000. Like the Happy Trucker Show, we're up to over almost 6,000 follows, and then there's the Rock Garage, and then there's all this stuff like that. So, social media, it's a great tool.
It
Yeah,
is.
it
I mean,
is.
it can be a cesspool sometimes, but
Yeah.
it is a great tool to get information
Only
out
on
there.
the community pages.
Yes, you're right. The bulletin boards.
That's our entertainment.
Yeah.
That is the entertainment.
Yep.
That's your Real Housewives.
Yes,
you don't
it
need to
is.
watch
You
that.
guys should open up
Absolutely.
every podcast with a quote from one of
Oh,
the
that would
community
be so
pages.
funny.
Joe Schmo says, "Fix these potholes."
Well, that would be nice. That would be a nice comment.
Oh my gosh. Lately it's
Oh
just
my
been,
gosh.
descriptions of animals that are
Yeah.
dead on the side of the road
Oh,
and like gruesome
pleasant.
things
Yeah.
and
Oh, wow.
Well,
it's everything.
yeah, it's everything.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys very much for being here again. It just in the last year since we had you last, you've done so much more and you continue to do more. So, and you said just visit our website and if we're not for you, and I'm thinking, well, if you like music,
Yeah.
you're going to like it. I mean,
For
there's
sure.
something for everyone
Yeah.
at happyproductions.live.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is Mary, Kim and Mary. Whoops. Kim and Mary signing off.
You're Mary?
I'm Mary now.
I'm
Try
Kim.
that again.
And this is
Kim
Sean.
and Mary signing off. This is Princeton. Stay here.
Play here.